Hey guys, welcome back for another reaction. We are here today to get into some gossip about Miss Allison Alanna. Allison dropped a video the other day and we're going to have a look at it. But first, I want to kind of build up a personality profile on Allison Alanna. So those of you who are not familiar can get familiar with the mommy sector's top tier dry beggar. Okay? So let's get into it. I'm going to go ahead and share the screen. Please go ahead and hit the thumbs up on your way in. Okay, so this is just an example of some of the games that Allison likes to play here on YouTube. All right, so let's get into it.
Hey guys, many of you already know who I am. If you don't know, my name is Allison Alanna, and right now I need you guys' help. Okay, so currently I have well, let's rewind for a minute just in case you really don't know who I am. So I have been pretty much homeless for the past year. While I do have a temporary living arrangement going on, things are coming to an end with that pretty soon. I do not have a lot of time left there. However, I am going through a situation right now where my income is very low, as in only making 3 figures per month, and I need help. I have a storage bill that is due today, and I don't want my things to go into auction. So to avoid my things going into auction, I need to pay
So when
$500 today
Allison says,
before 11
when
a.m.
Allison
Central Time.
says a 3-figure income, she means $150, $200. Allison is lazy. Allison does not like to put time and invest her time into making a lot of content so that she can still continue to get her food stamps and depend on government assistance. Now, Allison did not share whether or not she voted or not, but she did ask the question, what do you guys feel about the election outcome, blah, blah, blah. Don't worry about how we feel about it because we have a job. Okay, don't worry about how I feel about the election outcome, Allison, because I have a job. I can take care of myself. You, on the other hand, have something to worry about, my dear. Okay, let's keep going.
12 p.m. Eastern Time. So I am coming on here to ask you guys for your assistance if it is possible. If you have something to contribute towards that, you can Cash App me. I will leave my Cash App information in the comments, or you can Zelle or Venmo. All of that might be there, but whatever payment that I put, that is the place that you can send it to. If you guys are able to assist, I would greatly appreciate it, because I really don't want to lose all of my things in storage. I have like my furniture, my kids' clothes, toys, and other like important documents and things that are important to our family. So if you guys would be able to help me out so that I do not get my stuff sold in auction today in storage and lose the little bit that I do have left, it would be greatly appreciated. My Cash App is $everything Allison, and that
So,
information will.
for those of you who don't know about Allison, just a little bit of history here. About a year or two ago, I can't remember now. I feel like it was 2 years now. About 2 years ago, maybe it might not be all the way 2 years, but it's like a year and a half probably. So wait a minute, let me go even farther back. About 2 years ago, Allison was on here begging. Everybody said, oh, she's a scammer, right? Because she was constantly begging for BG&E bill, begging for the rent money, begging for a car payment money, begging for insurance money, begging for money to give to the washing machine man. She was asking for money for what was it? She was asking for money for her breaks. I mean, it would never end. So we had rent, BG&E, rented washing machine, car payment, car insurance, car repairs. I mean, it never ends with Allison Beglana. All right, she's always asking the people to help her with something, no matter what. Where are her baby daddies, you ask? Because she has at least 3 or I'm gonna say 2. I'm gonna say it could be 2 to 3 baby daddies, right? I think it's 3. Okay, Allison has a grown daughter, then she has a teenage son, and then 2 younger kids. So my guess, I'm just taking a wild guess, because she's always complaining about guys, and I think one of her baby daddies got caught sleeping with a man. And so I don't know what's going on there, guys, but because she had this little story time thing where she kind of revealed some things, and I feel like that was a real story time. She can make up these characters, but that was her. The character was her. All right, so anyway, none of her baby daddies are there to help her. They're not doing anything for her. Allison has been in a shelter for it had to be going on a year, maybe longer than that. So her things right now, this particular video is about her begging for us or supporters or people on the YouTube streets to give her coins so that she will not lose her storage, because her storage, the storage can get evicted. You know what I mean? She's gotten evicted, and now our storage is going to get evicted. But this is kind of a couple months back. So I think she lost the storage. She never said whether or not she kept it or not, but I think she lost the storage. But just to give you guys an idea that, how Allison likes to work these YouTube streets, she likes to beg and plead, and she has no shame. All right. So if you want to donate to Allison, I'm sure she has her Cash App, her Venmo, and her PayPal under each and every video. Okay,
will be in the description below. Thank you so much for watching this video to the end, and hopefully you'll be able to contribute to me. Whatever you contribute to me may be returned to you 100-fold. Thank you.
All right, hold on, guys. Let's get into some of the comments underneath this video. All right, let's read what the description says. Hey y'all, initially I wasn't going to ask for any help, but I wasn't able to handle it on my own, so that is why I'm asking so late. However, I need to pay my storage bill before 11 a.m. Central Standard Time today, and this was on August the 27th, 2024. I told you guys it was a couple months ago. Or all my belongings, clothes, important documents, and furniture will be sold in an auction today. Please help if you are able. I need a total of $500 to save my storage unit. I plan to move out of there soon, so this bill will be something that I have to pay for too much longer. Won't be something that I have to pay for too much longer. Thanks in advance, Allison. Then she gives her Cash App, everything, Allison. And then people say same crap, different year. Can we see the bill that shows what is owed? This is an ongoing issue. Always asking for something. Have people send the donations directly to the storage company instead of asking for donations straight to you. Somebody else said, in case you don't know, a job is where you exchange labor for a paycheck. It's what the rest of us do to avoid your situation. Okay, guys? So just giving you guys an idea of how we had, what we're dealing with Allison. Allison is going to continue to beg. She does not care. And she will tell you flat out that she's not working a 9 to 5 because it's not for her. And then she also sprinkles some salt on that wound by saying to us, like, she doesn't care. It's just not for her working a 9 to 5. But being homeless is for her, because did you guys know? Wait a minute, guys. Newsflash. Did you guys know that Allison is in a shelter? Yeah. Allison's living in a shelter with her 3 kids, but getting a job is just not her style. Okay. Not her style. So I'm going to get into another video. Like I said, I'm doing a build up, a build up so you guys can know the history of Allison Alanna, a profile, personality profile on Allison Alanna. Okay, guys. So I'm going to bring up another video. All right. Hold on. All right, here we go. If you're just coming into the building, please do me a favor and hit the thumbs up. So this is another video. Now, I shared this on one of my past videos that I did either earlier this year or maybe last year on Allison Alanna. Hold on, guys. 1 second. 1 second for me. Okay. So this was Vlogmas 2023, day 12, last Q&A of the year. I am Allison Alanna. And I want you guys to listen to this part, because in this part, Allison explains why a 9 to 5 just isn't for someone of her, that is a lazy welfare recipient like herself. Okay, 1 second.
I don't know. I guess that's something I will have to ask him personally. I don't know. So the next question is, why do you feel like a 9 to 5 is settling. Um, this particular person that asked the question, I already kind of said something to them on a live that I was on recently. Because for whatever reason, they always just have something stupid to say. This person has come out of their mouth and told me that I must think I'm better than people because, and that's weird because I got put out of a trailer park. And I'm like, first off, what I think of me has nothing to do with you. So, is it possible that the way that I feel about myself offends you and makes you feel like you're nothing? But I don't think too much into people. But like I said, head dogs always holler and kind of just tell on yourself unknowingly. However, we went over this a 1,000 times, but I guess just want to say the Q&A. I'll go ahead and answer it again. I think a 9 to 5 is settling depending on who you are. For me, a basic 9 to 5 is settling for me. Okay. My desires and my goals are just that, you know. So the next person might be completely okay with going to a 9 to 5, and that is their choice, and that is their right.
So what Allison is telling you while she sits in her one-room shelter shack with a bathroom, a kitchen area to eat in, and sleeping in one room with her children, okay? She is telling you that she'd rather be homeless. This is what you're saying, Allison. You'd rather be homeless than work a job. You'd rather be homeless than work a 9 to 5 because a 9 to 5 is just not for Allison. Are you hearing me? Are you guys picking up what I'm putting down? You'd rather be homeless and allow your 3 kids to live in a shelter where you have to drop your kids off, stay out all freaking day, and then come back to the house or the shack, rather. Now, Allison is still in this shelter to today. So today, I am recording this video on 11/24/24. Allison is still in the shelter. Make no mistake. Every day, Allison leaves out of the shelter. She takes her kids to school. 2 of them are, I think 2 are in school. 1 is in daycare, I believe. Doesn't go to work, even though she's eligible for daycare vouchers. Makes a choice to not go to work, to sit around all day burning up her food stamps and her gas because she got fired from DoorDash. You heard me. Because she got fired from DoorDash. Yeah. I didn't either, guys. I didn't know people could get fired from DoorDash. Now, I thought it might be for eating a meal, but then I said maybe she didn't have the insurance. That's probably it. So my point is, Allison would rather sit on her ass all day in a fucking homeless shelter than to get a part-time job or a 9 to 5 and move into her own place. Because it just doesn't fit her plans for her life. She's better than us, guys. We're working and we're living in poverty, barely able to afford anything that we want while busting our asses for the man.
However, I have not worked a 9 to 5 in almost going on 11 years. Okay. And the reason for that is because I just don't fit in that environment. It just never works for me. I never last at jobs. It just never works out for me.
She doesn't fit in that environment, but she fits in the shelter environment, though. But not the 9 to 5 environment.
If it works for another individual, then by all means, do what you need to do for you. I deem it to be settling because they don't pay you anything. You go there for 8 hours out of your day, sometimes more than 8 hours. And after waiting 2 weeks to be paid, you still can't pay all your bills. You're still struggling. You still can't take a vacation. You still can't put your kids in soccer and swim class and cheerleading. You still can't do what you need to do for you and children you may have or whatever the case might be. To me, unless it's like a major career, it is a waste of time for me. as a mother who is single and has no help and would have to worry about daycare and things like that. And even if you get a voucher, you still have to pay a copay. And, you know, just taking money away from your household to have somebody watch your kid that you could be watching on your own.
Do you guys hear these excuses? Nobody made you have a child. You made a choice to lay down and not use birth control. And now here we are, using our tax dollars to take care of your children, to feed your children, to clothe your children. I'm sure you're getting financial assistance as well as food stamps and free housing.
There are work from home jobs. There are businesses that you can start. There's many different things you can do. You can sell dinners. You can sell clothes on the sidewalk, t-shirts on the sidewalk. Many ways to do it, but I just choose to do things that are on my own time and my own schedule because of my current lifestyle. I have to live my life right now, kind of like around my kids because my kids are very young. They can't watch themselves. And it is my responsibility as a mother to be there for them, not the daycare and not anybody else. So I want to be here on a day-to-day basis for my kids. So I don't do the 9-to-5 situations anymore because, like I said, to me, they're a waste of time. And the vision that I have for myself, the vision that God has given me for myself.
Can you believe somebody? Now, I've never seen a person in the shelter tell, yeah, I don't want to work. That's, it's a waste of my time. This girl has a mental issue. Working is a waste of her time, but not living in a shelter with her 3 children. That's using her time wisely.
Myself does not include 9-to-5s. I remember way back in 2018 when I was expecting my 3rd child. I was trying to get like a work from home job because I'm like, okay, what I'm doing right now is more like delivery. I'm gonna have to be outdoors. I don't want to be driving around with my newborn in a car or my young baby in a car, delivering groceries or orders or things like that. So I'm gonna find a work from home job. And I think I got like one interview. And they never worked out for me. I applied to several jobs, probably well over 100 within that year, and I didn't get a job at all. And I think that was when I knew that this just wasn't for me. You're supposed to work. You don't have to have a job. So if you miss what that means, I don't know what other way to explain it for you when it comes to that. But yeah, for me, my vision for my life is so much bigger. It doesn't include a job. It definitely includes work, but not a job.
While living in a shelter. I mean, I'm not going to stop saying it. While living in a shelter, her vision for herself is much bigger, but she won't get up off her ass. Okay. Hey, if you like it, I love it.
And plus my demeanor, my just me as a whole, I just don't do good in that environment. It's never really worked out for me at all. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's that on that. And I think the next question attached to that was, do you look down on people that work 9-to-5s? And the answer is no. I am Allison. I don't care what anybody else do, whether it's Bonquisha, Michaela, or Tanya. I don't care what y'all are doing because y'all are not me. I only concern myself about me and my 4 children. That is my concern at this point. In terms of like intimate details and career wise and things like that. I don't care if you dance on a pole. That is your business. It has nothing to do with me. So whatever you do, if you're choosing the 9-to-5 route, and that is what your character and your demeanor is built for, and you're happy in that, that is totally up to you, because I personally don't care. So this person asked me.
Okay, guys, so we're going to move on. I'm going to pull up her latest video, and it's titled, Allison Alanna Speaks on the Things She Learned in Life. Now, this video is 1 hour and 15 minutes, but we're definitely not going to be watching it that long, okay? Give me 1 second, guys, to pull this up. All right, hold on. Guys, if you're just coming in, we are talking about Allison Alanna. All right, please go ahead and hit the thumbs up for me. Get this video out into the algorithm, and let's see what Allison has to say. Hold on, guys. I have to speed this up. Okay. All right, let me share the screen. All right, guys, let's jump into it.
There were so many different times when people just randomly sent me money, or just small little things that happened that helped us to be.
Oh, wait a minute, hold on. I was a little bit.
Hey guys, I'm Allison Alanna, and I just turned 39 about 2.5 weeks ago.
39-year-old bum, a 39-year-old welfare recipient bum with multiple baby daddies. Does she or does she not fit the profile? Let's get into it.
And I had this idea to share with you all 39 things I learned in the 39 years I've been on this earth. So number one, I would say number one is God will never leave me. There was a time just last year, really, where I was literally living in this very truck that you see me sitting in, me and 3 out of 4 of my kids. And God made it so that we never went a day where we didn't have food. We never went a day where we couldn't go and take a shower. We never went a day where we didn't have the things that we needed.
I'm
We never
sorry, guys,
really,
and I hope I don't
it was
offend anyone. God didn't do it. Them food stamps. Them food stamps is what did it. Okay? Okay? By the grace of God, us hardworking taxpayers put our tax money into those stamps, and you were able to eat. All right?
almost as if we still had
That's
a house.
how that happens, sis. All right? Okay.
It was just mobile.
Okay.
You know, there was so many different times when people just randomly sent me money or you know, just small little things that happened that helped it to be an easy transition until we ended up to be in the place that we are temporarily in now. But I hear a lot of stories about people that get SA'd while living in their car, especially women, people going and, you know, getting on substances, just all kinds of things that happen to you when you go through such a drastic life change. And I'm just really thankful and really grateful that I've never experienced any of that. I remember a couple of times, actually, I can't even say one. A couple of times I was in my car. So I used to pull up to hotels just so I could kind of like blend in with the hotel traffic. Because, you know, people come in and out of hotels at all times of night. And I was sitting in my car in front of a hotel. We were asleep, and I started to just like hear something, and I jumped up out of my sleep, and it was a bunch of guys had pulled up in the car next to me. And it was like anytime somebody approached that car or got too close to me and my kids, it's like God just woke me up just like that to make me be aware of my surroundings to see what was going on. And it just kind of, you know, like be, like I said, aware of what's going on so that we could be safe. And if I felt like I had to move, I would move and, you know, things like that. So until this day, I don't know why I had to go through
Y'all know
such
what I
a
find
terrible
strange about
experience. Like
these
literally,
people that like to throw God into stuff? See, Allison is very ignorant. Her thoughts and opinions that she thinks she knows what she's talking about when it comes to God are so ignorant that you would not believe it. Okay? She literally said out of her mouth that we are punished for having premarital sex by using STDs and cancer. No, it was for cancer, not STDs. She did say STDs, but that's not the one that I wanted to touch on. That female cancer. This is what she said out of her mouth, guys. That female cancer is a punishment from God for having premarital sex. This is what she said out of her mouth. For having sex while not married. She said it was a punishment. How ignorant. Who would part their lips to say some ignorant shit like that? Allison would do it. That's who. She's so ignorant, okay? It's ridiculous. So I'm going to read the comment that I'm referring to. All right? It says, you think ovarian cancer, this is under her video. She made the video, and this is what a commenter said. You think ovarian cancer is a result of being promiscuous? Cancer is not an STD. Do you also think fertility issues are? You mentioned a few times having ovary issues, ovarian cancer. So ovary issues / ovarian cancer. No, I think it's a result of being disobedient to God and not having any remorse or repentance of it. Fertility issues are sometimes linked to several terminations, but it could also be, a punishment from God as well. Do you hear this? Do you hear this? Being barren isn't normal. So if I were barren, I would start by giving God thanks for my life, repenting forever. She sounds like a sick member of some type of psycho cult. This girl is sick in the head. Being barren, I'm going to start right here, y'all, because I can't remember. Being barren isn't normal. So if I were barren, I would start by giving God thanks for my life, repenting for every single sin, those known and unknown. And I would be studying my word, breaking covenants that my ancestors may have made that could be affecting me. Fasting and praying and asking God to take the curse off my womb. I'm sorry, but maybe you were better off with a cursed wound instead of an uncursed wound, as you put it. Because now you're out here with God knows how many baby daddies. She's never been married, just in case you wanted to know. The nerve of her to judge others. And she's never been married. All of her baby daddies are trash. And she caught one sleeping with a man. Now, of course, I don't have a receipt for this. Nobody wrote in and said, yeah, I know that I know her. And I said, it's not that deep, guys. But what I'm saying is she told a series of stories. And she used this character. The character's life was very much like her life. Her baby daddies are trash and they don't even help take care of their kids. That was her choice to lay down and have these kids. And now she's broke, bitter, and bummy. She is broke, she is bitter, and she is bummy. And she has the nerve to say somebody is being punished by God. I think that was... She's also said a few other things like, how can anybody have any other religion besides Christianity? That the level of ignorance it takes is the same level it takes not to vote. Let's keep on going because I can go on and on all day about that one, but we're going to keep going.
Your car is probably as bad as it gets. The only thing left for you to do is like not have a car and then be literally living on the sidewalk or sleeping on the sidewalk. But to this day, I don't know why I experienced that per se, but I kind of always felt like it was to kind of expose me to what the homeless life was like, because that's the ministry that God is calling me to. But that's a whole different topic. But nonetheless, like I said, he will never leave you. Even now, my life is still not perfect. It's still not where I want it for it to be, but it's better. And every day, even if it feels like he's not listening, he's not with me, he's not answering.
Okay, so her version of better means
God will never...
she doesn't have to pay BG&E, internet. She doesn't have... All right, so she only has to... Remember, guys, she's living in a shelter shack with her kids. She doesn't have to pay BG&E, rent, internet, or the washing machine man. Right now, she's just responsible for her car payment. Yes, she has a car payment. Car insurance. I told you she has a Toyota Highlander. Car payment, car insurance, and cell phones. That's it. Remember, her food stamps cover her food. In her mind, I'm not saying she isn't blessed to have what she has, but in her mind, she's blessed because she doesn't have to pay rent, BG&E, and internet. That's a blessing in her mind. Not getting a job and being able to pay for her own place, but once again, living off of and depending on others to take care of you instead of being self-sufficient. That's a blessing to her. She's sick in the head.
Believe you. Number 2, never get too comfortable leaving your kids with anyone, okay? I have always just had like a bad feeling about leaving my kids with anyone, which is why they're always with me. But honestly, leaving them even with their fathers can sometimes be a horrific decision, because sometimes people pretend really well and they're not who they claim or you thought they were. I remember I had an experience with my son where I thought I could trust my son with his other parent, and it turned out to be a whole mess. And it wasn't until really years later, once we got away from him, that my son opened up and started to tell me other things that I would have never dreamed or never expected for him to come and tell me that he had experienced while being with his own dad. So it's not always, oh, well, it's their dad, they're safe. No, sometimes the dad is the worst person that you can leave them with. And as I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it's been going around on TikTok, a video of the trophy wife speaking about her experience with getting with a man that she married to.
So basically, Allison just came back to try to draw some clout off a trophy wife and tries to pretend this is why she never leaves her children. Allison, you just wanted to use that as a segue into the trophy wife conversation. I get it. It's trending. It's a hot topic. We get it. Okay, sis? Try not to be so obvious next time. Never trust your kids with anyone. So watch what she's going to say, guys. Look how she's going to try to tie that into herself. Lying and trying to make people pulling on people's heartstrings is how she wants to get her money, kind of like Jazz.
She has some previous children on her own, and she actually recently found out about 6 weeks ago or so, she said that her children were being molested, and those little girls are 2 and 4 years old. So it's just like, wow. I mean, again, just never get too comfortable with leaving your kids with anybody. Always fill them out whenever maybe they're not going to tell you exactly what happened to them, but if they start to act like they don't like this person or they don't want to go around this person, don't always just be like, oh, it's fine, such and such, go ahead with them and whatever. Like, look at their body language. Sometimes they can only communicate with you through body language. They don't have the vocabulary to really tell you what's going on. So anytime you see your kids acting different or scared or nervous to go around somebody, please respect that as a statement of they don't want to go, and don't force them to go. I know a lot of us got to work and all this kind of stuff, but you're going to have to at some point choose what's more important to you, the safety of your kids or this job. So number 2.
Did you hear what she just said? She expects us to make a choice. Because she made the choice to be a lazy bum, she wants us to make the choice. What's more important, your job or the safety of your children? Of course, Allison, we know that the safety of our children is more important than our job. But you're never going to be able to tell me that I have to choose not to work to protect my children. See, I have something that you don't, Allison. It's called family. See, Allison, when you beg so much like you do on your end, when you beg every family member to keep help you paying your bills, you drive them away because you're too damn needy. Instead of getting up off your lazy SSA and doing something with your pathetic little life, you choose to sit on your SSA all day and night thinking of ways others can help you instead of helping yourself. That's why you don't have any family members, and you're not, well, she has family members, but she's not close to any of her family members. Now, she claims they don't treat her right. They don't care about her homeless for 1 month, and my family members haven't checked on me because they're probably used to you being homeless from where you're from and where you're at because you're bummy. You don't have any ambition in life. Oh, by the way, guys, Allison thinks that this website, this clothing website that sells outfits for single moms on the go, is going to make her rich. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with having that website. I'm just saying, Allison, what else are you going to do in the meantime while you're pulling in $0.00 with your website, sis? Even Oprah had a job before she became Oprah. Okay, nobody just sat around and waited for a miracle to drop in their lap. But that's what Allison's going to do, guys.
Never get too comfortable leaving your kids with anybody, period. Number three is homeless people will help support before somebody that is living in a mansion. Okay. When I was literally out here on the street with my kids, I used to go to this center that was for homeless people. And I would go in there sometimes to like talk to a caseworker or to wash my clothes or whatever the case might be. But I noticed how close knit all the people that were homeless and unhoused were. They was helping each other with lunch. They'd be out in the parking lot doing each other hair. They out there talking.
Yes, because they have time to help each other. We don't have time for that because we have to go where? To work, to earn a living so that we can come back home to our houses and lay in our beds. And then we can do what that you did not do? Pay the damn rent. But as long as these ladies, Sky, Allison, I don't know if Sky's ever, I hope, let me tell you something. I don't wish ill on any of these ladies, but the laziness and the ignorance is driving me nuts right now. I've never seen people with so many excuses as to why they can't get up off their asses.
I mean, they giving each other like information. They got resources for each other. They really got each other's back. And I think the main reason for that is the fact that they understand what it's like to be out here, to not have a place, to just feel like you're on your own, or to feel like nobody cares, or to see your family literally watching you go through this and nobody stepping in to help you or offer you a room for 6 months or anything, even if it's a room in their house. You know what I mean? You'd be lucky if you get that. So with that being said, homeless people have a big heart. It's usually the people that are broke or have had a really broke experience that come out here and look for each other. So never look out for each other. So never look down on a homeless person because they got a big heart, and you never know when the tables might turn. And
you mean never look down on you? That's what that's all about. And I don't look down on homeless people. When I have the money, like you know, we don't carry cash that much these days. But when I have a couple dollars, I'll give a homeless person a couple dollars. Okay. I just gave a homeless person $5. I'm not saying I'm the savior or anything. I'm just saying I don't look down on people who are less fortunate. I look down on people who are lazy and able-bodied. That is a difference, sis. I don't look down on people who are less fortunate. I look down on people who are physically capable and not mentally challenged. And I expect their asses to go to work just like the rest of us. Okay? I mean, wouldn't you guys agree? If you're not rich, then you should have a job. What is wrong with these people? Unless you have a physical ailment, you're not capable of working it. Blind people have jobs. I had an aunt that was blind and she had a job. It's called a disability. They have to accommodate her by making her stuff in Braille. A blind lady used to work at a job I was at. Guess what? She count money. She has a system that she scans the money over top of, and it tells her how much, what dollar it is. Is it a $5 bill? Is it a $10 bill? She had a job. Blind with the job. Here you are, able to see, able to read, able to think, physically capable, and you're sitting on your behind depending on other people to give you money to take care of yourself. And then you're not even putting in the work. Where the hell have you been for the last month, Allison? You've been gone for almost all right, it might not be a month, guys, but it's like 2 to 3 weeks. There has been no consistency. How are you ever going to get out of that shelter and provide for your children if you keep just sitting around waiting for miracles to happen? I just don't understand the logic, guys. I don't understand this type of logic. I want to share something with you guys. Hold on. All right. This is what I want to share. So hold on, guys. Where is it at? Hold on. All right. I want to share something from her community tab. All right. Here we go. Okay. So this is Allison's, her Sephora cart total. Now, the total of it is $1,017. Of course, we see all this here, the breakdown. So far, she has bought all these items, but has she saved up money to get a damn apartment though? Has she even put her name on the Section 8 waiting list? Do you understand where I'm going? The priorities are all messed up. Where are your priorities? Why are you worried about buying lip gloss from Sephora? You have way bigger fish to fry, Allison Alanna. I'm just done. I'm sick of her. So hold on. I want to share another one with you guys. If you're just joining us, welcome. We are talking about Allison Alanna, okay? All right, hold on, y'all. All right, I'm going to start here. All right. All right, we're going to get into this. Alley-tober Takeover 2024, The Rich Don't Work for Money, episode 25. Let's see what she's talking about.
Just now, but that is another one of the Pocket FM series that I happen to find like on a ad on YouTube. Pocket FM got the best stories ever. I deleted the app off my phone because I always need room on my phone to edit and export my videos and everything because I do edit from my cell phone. But I'm about to put it back on because I never finished watching Shadow of a Billionaire. I never finished reading even the first one I was on because it started to get on my nerves. They started to make the book more so about the kids than the adults, and I don't care about no kids' business. So, with that being said, this one is called Saving Nora. And the only thing that I hate is that Pocket FM will show you like these videos to get you going, and then when you go on the app, you will not see videos. You will only be hearing the audio of the book. So just be mindful of that when you do go if you've never tried it before. But the stories, if you just like sitting around cleaning up or doing your hair or just hanging around the house or whatever, even riding in the car, you can just put it on your Bluetooth in the car and just drive and listen to it like that. But the stories be so good. So this Saving Nora one, 1 second, please, has definitely caught my attention. So I just thought I would recommend it to y'all to see if y'all like it as well. Another thing is this book. I bought this book in March, and I keep telling myself I'm going to finish reading. Okay, still have not finished reading this book 7 months later. And I think I want to make that a birthday gift to myself, just to read this book. Like, everybody says it's so good. Every entrepreneur says it's like a really good book for business or whatever and things to learn. And I'm like, why have I just kept putting this book off? I know it's because of me just being busy and tired all the time and stuff like that. But I really want to get it done. So I'm going to start it today. I'm going to try to read. I'm gonna just start all over because I don't even know where I left off at. So I'm gonna start with chapter 1. If I can get through 1 chapter today, I'll be okay with that. So that's what I'm doing as it relates to like my self-development and personal education. Because I'm like, I need to get back on that. Like, I hate when I get a good rhythm going with something and then I just stop because of like daily factors or family factors or stuff like that. Like, I hate that. So trying to get back to that. All right, so let's read a page, alligators. Lesson 1, chapter 1, lesson 1. It does have a little introduction and stuff here, but I'm not going to read down that again. Lesson 1, the rich don't work for money. The poor and the middle class work for money. The rich have money work for them. Comment down below if you immediately understand what that means. Dad, can you tell me how to get rich? My dad put down the evening paper. Why do you want to get rich, son? Because today, Jenny's mom drove up in their new Cadillac. And they were going to their beach house for the weekend. He took 3 of his friends, but Mike and I weren't invited. They told us we weren't invited because we were poor kids. Oh my goodness. They did, my dad asked incredulously. Yeah, they did. I replied in a hurt tone. My dad.
So, first of all, hold on. I want to go back here and see. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry.
Trying to get back to that. All right, so let's read a page, alligators. Lesson 1, chapter 1, lesson 1. It does have a little introduction and stuff here, but I'm not going to read down that again. Lesson 1, the rich don't work for money. The poor and the middle class work for money. The rich have money work for them. Comment down below if you immediately understand what that means.
The girl is living in a fantasy. She's reading this story from a shelter, telling us who have cars, houses, jobs, apartments, places we pay rent. She thinks, so wait a minute. You think you're just going to get rich by sitting on your ass all day reading books? Guys, that's the key to getting rich. If we just sit on our asses and read books all day, we'll be rich. The girl is delusional. She's living in a fantasy world. Allison, we understand it. Do you understand it? Do you understand that God don't bless no mess? We understand it. Do you understand it, Allison? In her mind, she thinks she just made a point right there. Tell me if you guys get that. Allison thinks if she just lives off the government for 2, 3, maybe 4, maybe 5 more years, that all of a sudden God will drop down money out of the sky and say, Allison, you're rich now. live your life. You really think that's how it works? We don't even need to go any further. We don't need to go any further because I think you guys get the point. The woman is absolutely delusional. Okay? Guys, do me a favor. Hit the thumbs up on your way out, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And I'll see you probably out here in these YouTube streets. Bye.
To the nitty gritty, you already know your girl is pretty. You already know gotta rep my city. You already know your girl get city. I don't need no pity. I'm just me. You already know I'm a G. So some girl turn to a free. I'ma make it on top. I'ma just a chocolate drop. You already know I ain't never gonna stop. You already know I'm a chocolate shop. You already know what I'm gonna do. You already know gotta prove it to you. You already know what I'ma hold my ground. You already know I'ma put it down. Wow, 100. You already know I'm stunned. You already know what's good. You already know what's up.
Trifling.
And I'm recording.